What's up, guys? Brendan from Market Makers. Next level TA series, guys. We're going to look at Solana today. This is the only Solana video you really need to see, okay? I see a lot of doom and gloom thumbnails out there, so I thought I'd make some alts for you guys. We do this in the room. Guys, I highly suggest if you're interested in education, trading is very, very difficult, okay? Nobody can give you the golden key to making millions of dollars. What I can tell you is coming to crypto May in 2020, I was able to retire in 6 months, okay, after 13 years in the corporate world at the bank. So I have two professional traders on my team. Both are retired full-time traders, and the guy who does our blockchain owns a professional market analytics company and works for Fortune 500 companies, okay? We have an awesome team there. If you guys want to put in the work, I want you to come to the Discord, educate yourself, see the trade signals, the TA, the education that we offer, because you're going to watch this video, and I don't think anybody's doing TA like this on YouTube, okay? So our link to our Discord is in the video description. Download Discord. They email you, verify your account, open the email, then click the link, guys. No risk, no obligation. You can come try us out for a week. If you like it, stay. It's a fantastic community. We started last June with less than 100 people. We now have almost 7,000 people. We have over 15,000 subs now on YouTube. We had less than 20 subs when we started the room. Okay, so in 6 months, we got 15,000 subs. Come see what all the buzz is about. That's my sales pitch, guys, but I really think you would benefit from being in the room. Let's look at Solana, guys. I put it in Wyckoff for you because I see a lot of doom and gloom about Solana, as well as many of the alts, okay? We update all these things in our Discord exclusive in the video, but I want to share some of this stuff with you guys because this is really important because I like this coin, okay? I trade this coin. So let's walk through Wyckoff real quick. You guys can learn this too from my video series. You'll see these steps repeat, okay? So really, if you really want to help augment your trading style, there's some key concepts, the way I trade, 5 techniques, the way I trade with Wyckoff, that can really benefit how you trade. So let's go ahead and walk through this. Buying climax candle for Solana, okay? Up thrust, sign of weakness, gives you your automatic reaction. That's your floor. Your secondary test is your ceiling. As you guys know, let's go ahead and mark these off, okay? I'm going to walk through this quickly because if you guys watch my XRP video that I did the other day of Bitcoin, you'll see these steps repeat themselves over and over. What I'm doing here is establishing a trading range, okay? So normally when I'm trading normal assets, the buying climax is the ceiling for my trading range. But because altcoins, specifically in the crypto market, are so highly volatile, you see this a lot. You'll get your buying climax, a crazy up thrust, and then a big drop, okay? And as a trader looking at trends, I want to narrow that gap a little bit. So I'll use my secondary test, which establishes a ceiling, and then my automatic reaction, which establishes a base, and it gives me a trading range, okay? And you guys are going to see the difference because what we're looking at here, guys, is accumulation, right? I use DARVAS boxes. I teach DARVAS method as well in the room. Distribution, and then you guys are going to decide over here. Are we in distribution again, or are we in accumulation? That's what we're going to focus on in this video. I got another alt video coming out after this, so please smash the like button if you like this type of stuff. All right, so we have our trading range, guys. So we now have the volatility phase. You get your up thrust, getting you out of your trading range. Sign of weakness happens frequently after up thrust. Your last point of support, okay? Your last point of support, good place to open along. And as you can see, you get the strong sign of strength moving you up to your backup, exiting the trading range, which is this is basically just reaccumulation, going on to your next buying climax, okay? And guys, again, even if you don't know Wyckoff, some fundamental TA concepts, what do you have here? You have your low, right? You have a higher low. You have a higher low. You have a higher low. You see the bullish momentum? This is part of the ability of knowing that you are in accumulation. You got to look at some of these key concepts just from base level TA as well, okay? So we have our buying climax. Let's go ahead and get rid of these lines really quickly. I hope you guys get some good information out of this because I think Solana is this is a great coin to trade. So we have our buying climax, and as you can see, buying climax, you get your weakness after the climax, looking for your floor, okay? Your automatic reaction, your secondary test. Let's go ahead and mark these off, and you guys will start to see some of these differences. So I always mark off my buying climax, automatic reaction, secondary test. And let's look at the hallmarks here. So secondary test, we come back, we retest our floor. This is a volatility phase. We bounce up for the up thrust, okay? After an up thrust, you see the candle wicks, the shadows here outside of your trading range. Big sign of weakness. You see how deep this weakness is? Contrast that to over here. Yes, you have a sign of weakness. You don't drop like this in your accumulation. And of course, you get your rally after the sign of weakness, demand steps back in, people buy orders are getting filled by retail here. Yes, I got a chance to get Solana, it's going parabolic. And then what happens? Your last test of supply, they drop the hammer after the retail rally. You start to fall. This is your preliminary test of support. These group of candles marrying up with these group of candles, and then boom, you exit the trading range, okay? And this is where you're at currently. So that's a distribution box that you just dropped from. Let me erase that stuff, and then let's go ahead and look at the current range where we're at, guys, and let's analyze this a little bit, okay? This is a daily time frame, by the way. I guess I should have said that, but I know if you guys are watching this channel, you know I do Wyckoff on the daily, okay? Because it's too many candles on the 4-hour time frame. We have our selling climax candles, guys, automatic reaction, and our secondary test right now. So basically, let's go ahead and mark these off. Selling climax, automatic reaction, secondary test. The selling climax candle came down for a few days, so we'll go ahead and use this one. So you can see this is a tighter trading range, right? It's a little bit tighter range. Let's go ahead and delete some of this stuff. And we're going to look at this on a 4-hour time frame as well. So you can get some current TA, but there's some key things you need to see here. So we know that we have our automatic reaction here, right? We know we had our ceiling here, and we have our down thrust. Remember, I told you I marked these off, right? So let's just look at our automatic reaction. This is accumulation over here, and there's our ceiling. Look where this line comes through, and you're going to see this a little bit better. Utilizing the same way I did on Bitcoin, guys. This is the exact same thing I did on Bitcoin. Let me show you this. I'll get rid of this line. And you guys can see if Solana is holding key support or not, okay? So let's do this. Shrink this down. Let's grab our fib. And guys, this caused some confusion I saw in the comments. When I'm pulling a fib and I say it's holding the 1 fib, it's holding the 1 fib from the previous accumulation box that I'm dragging over, okay? I'm showing you a support structure. Automatic reaction is your floor. Let's pull it to the up thrust candle just like we did on Bitcoin, okay? Up thrust candle, you see that? Up thrust candle up here, it's tagged up here. Look at your 1 fib. You are holding the 1 fib identically to the way Bitcoin's holding the 1 fib. You're holding this from your accumulation over here to your current accumulation. Solana is in accumulation until it is not. It is holding key support structure. It is holding the 1 fib just like it did previously on your base here, okay? So I'm pulling that from the floor over here. The automatic reaction is where I'm pulling it from, okay? So I'm not pulling it from here. So you can see the 1 fib is being used as a support line. You could also just draw this. Like I said, you could just put a ray across it, you'll see the exact same thing. Solana, like many of the altcoins, is in an accumulation phase because Bitcoin is in an accumulation phase, okay? Let's go ahead and look at this on the 4-hour time frame so you guys can see this. So 4-hour time frame, guys, let's get some projections. I had some caffeine this morning, I don't know if you can tell. Let's get some projections for Solana, okay? Let's look at our wave projections here. And let's see where we can go. Where are we going to go from? Let's go ahead and pull it from our all-time high. So trend-based fib, guys, we're gonna get a complete impulse wave and a complete retracement. So we're going to go from our high to our swing low down here up to this. This will be our complete retracement. These are the downward projections for Solana. Look what you're holding. Look at the key support structure that you're holding, which is the 618, okay? And again, I have my trend channels here, and as you can see, we're trying to break out above the channel. So the 618 is being held. This is a key fib level, okay? And this is a trend projection. So if we did lose this key support, which is what I just showed you on the daily, if you lose that one fib, which here in the trend-based fib is the 618, that 135 level, okay? You lose that, yes, the one fib down here is $92. You'd have a substantial markdown. And as you guys know, if you flip an accumulation box into distribution, you will have a markdown. So you're at 134 on this one fib, 135 on the trend-based fib for Solana. Right now it's doing what it's supposed to do in accumulation, okay? So that's one thing to understand. Let's go ahead and look at some Phi Ta, guys. Let's do some more Phi Ta. Nobody's going to show you this on YouTube. So let's see if we have any patterns here. As I told you guys before, always looking for W and M patterns, okay? Bullish and bearish patterns. This is how we trade with 5 patterns. So let's go ahead and grab this. I'm going to look at, let's take it from our high. Well, yeah, let's take it from our high. Let's go to our swing low, swing high. And then this is somewhere between a bat and a Gartley, okay? The 562 measurements, what I'm looking at. And guys, you can learn all of this in our room, how to trade these hybrid patterns. It's a 786. I would mark this. And let's take it out to the 886. Let's get some price predictions if Solana does turn a little bit bullish. You got 168 there. And then we have to go to the 886. 888 is about where it needs to be. 173 there. And what this means, guys, is as a fib pattern here is an X5 pattern. That's why our logo is X5 pattern traders. Price would go from X to A to B, which it has, to C, and then if it turns more bullish, it comes up to D. This is where it will find key resistance and retrace. How far it will retrace, this all depends on market sentiment. This depends on demand and supply. But you can see that price can come down, retrace. It could turn more bullish and go back up. But guys, there's always more patterns sometimes. You know, you look at this, and this is, a lot of people don't understand this price action. What you're doing is you're meeting key fib ratios for price movements. Price moves in patterns. Dow talked about it. Charles Dow talked about price being like the waves. Gann talked about the natural order, the natural law of price markets. All of the greats believed in a power in the markets that really could be a natural cause. Okay, Gann used mathematics. Price moves in waves. You see it with Elliott wave theory as well. It just repeats itself over and over, and that's why pattern trading is so powerful. And if I look at this and see if I have any other patterns from higher up here, this would be, let's go, that's this big swing high, swing low. Swing high to swing low. And this would be, if Bitcoin gets super bullish, guys, I got to pull this way down. This is a crab. This would come out to 1618. And this could be a price target for Solana, $250. If Bitcoin goes in accumulation, which is in now, and decides, I have to shrink this down to show you guys, and decides to march up, this is a price pattern, okay, that Solana could follow. X to A to B to C up to D before it finds resistance and retraces. Again, how deep it goes could go anywhere at once, but this is the point of pattern trading. And as we have more candles, we'll be able to spot more support and resistance. Guys, if you like this type of stuff, definitely check out our room. Another alt video coming soon. I'll release one right after this one. And guys, go ahead and smash the like button, everything for me. I'll answer your comments, your questions as I always do. Happy trading, everybody. Talk soon.